Hello everybody, this is Orwell. This is Spirelli and we're back with Orwell. And we were just digging through Abraham's PC and I have to look into the codex of Demiurge. And once we do that, once we're done with that, we have to decide whether we want to throw Juliet under the bus or not. And if we're done with that, then well, we have to incriminate us somehow in order to bring down the whole system. So let's get going. Ethical Codex, Project Demiurge, Rosen Technologies, author Professor Goldfuss, Abraham et al. This document is highly confidential, do not distribute a copy. Intention. Goal of this paper is to stipulate a set of mandatory guidelines to be implemented in the mechanics of the hard and software combination titled Demiurge. Said project is in development at Rosen Technologies Ltd. Of the creation of this document. The intention of Demiurge is to allow the investigation of crimes and suspect individuals through online information. The very nature of the project demands for the inclusion and embedding of strict limitations in order to ensure the preservation of the privacy of said individuals and anyone related to them. The guidelines stated herein shall serve this cause. This is part 3. Part 8? Part 10? Okay, so we don't have all parts. Part 3. The human elements. The use of human elements in a system shall serve the purpose of keeping the investigation impartial while at the same time keeping the powers divided. Demiurge shall be operated by pairs of human elements, an advisor who will operate from within the system, and an investigator who shall be a client outside the system, i.e. the nation. The advisor shall be an employee of the government. The duty shall include advising the investigator as well as drawing conclusions and requesting actions, for example, considering a person as a target person. To this end, the advisor may communicate directly with the investigator. The investigator shall be a citizen outside of the nation to reach the utmost impartiality. The investigator must not be able to communicate with the advisor to prevent power misuse. Target and related persons. Individuals referenced during investigation should be considered as related persons unless there is significant indication that they are involved in the investigated case and the advisor decides in agreement with a superior that the person in question is to be considered a target person. Those individuals shall be regarded and referenced as a target person. More so, data chunks shall only ever be processed for said target persons. So that's why we can't do anything unless somebody is a target person. Restrictions of discovery. The discovery of new documents shall be restricted to those on which a target person can be identified beyond any doubt, and similar data to the already contained can be detected. The investigator must be prohibited from browsing the web freely, even from public pages. There shall be no distinction between public documents and privately accessible ones. Conclusion. Based on the guidelines proposed in paragraph 2, guidelines, you conclude that ethical surveillance is possible. How can I write this? This is absurd. Marcus to do. Demiurge authorization key. Full access. But I can't upload this. Okay, so this is what he was working on. But it doesn't seem completed. It seems to be parts. Orwell employee evaluation. So, in what we just read, we weren't able to access anything about Orwell before because there was no target person linked directly to Orwell, but since I am a target person now, I can investigate what Orwell has to say on me. So let's look into that. Rating trustworthy. Joined April 13, 2017. Days on duty 5. So, flagged the Cassandra Watergate as potentially dangerous, believes that Cassandra Watergate protected Juliet Carrington, finds possible contradiction Carrington's statements observant, provided material to pressurize Watergate during an interrogation. Investigations lead to the death of suspect Maternova. Noted that Jenkins is conspicuously often at work. Finds significantly incrimination material on Jenkins. Reveals A. Goldfuss, G. Ahrens worked on ethical codex. I know you might be upset that we tracked your progress, but we needed a failsafe for such a powerful system like Orwell. We could not just allow random people to operate it without any backup plan. I mean, we needed something in place in the event that something went wrong. Hey, I found incriminating material on Jericho already, so I don't need to do any further. What are you up to? Self-incrimination? To what end? Well, is there anything else I can look here? The evaluation is the only thing I can look at. Okay, let's go through with this. I think this is not as important as the other one. Stop this at once, or we'll have to prosecute you. Well, I'm at fault for the death of Nina. What? Does the game end now? Parliament occupied. Self-incriminating Orwell investigator causes reveal of the project sale. Parliament stormed by protesters after worldwide government announces immediate termination of Orwell. Impartial agency commissioned with erasing stored data permanently. Previously arrested Thought member Kirkner released. No solid evidence for wanton bombings incitements. Kirkner aims to renew Thought. Yeah, I could have incriminated her before I did that. Thought welcomes investigator. Investigator assisting activist group Thought with a recent revelation to be declared honorary member. Bonton. Thought has declared the investigator assisting the activist group with the recent revelations an honorary member. It is presumed that the symbolic act was an attempt to save the investigator from possible prosecution by exposing his role to the public, since the investigator broke national law by their actions. This is presumed to mark the end of the case known as Bonton bombings. Experts suggest that after troubled events of the recent week, the nation and its citizens will finally find some long overdue peace and quiet. So, just to get this correct, since I did not upload any further incriminating evidence on Juliet, she was set free. So I could have had her detained. I wonder whether I should have uploaded the things where it said Goldfeld's, because we knew the date of death of Goldfeld. And I don't know whether the system, like we knew, but the system knew when Abraham Goldfeld died, but did the system know that Juliet was the one to then work under his name? Because if so, then what I said was wrong previously. I said, I could perhaps push it all onto Goldfeld's and then she'd be freed. But no, if I would have uploaded that, that would have meant that they knew that somebody was working using his name, and then they could have known that it was Juliet. So I need to upload this, possibly trying to evade prosecution. Am I now? I mean, I don't want to be prosecuted. Don't look at me. So much more creepy when it first looks to the side. And that's the game. I wonder whether I can... Fellow travelers. So, let me just tell you what I think of the game. I have played it before, but I didn't remember any other big revelations. Like, I didn't remember that Juliet was behind it all. I didn't remember that Goldfels was from Germany. I didn't remember who was or was not innocent. I more remember the concept of it, the concept of going through pages of information, thinking about what to upload, trying to figure out, if this was like taken out of context, what could it mean? What could it mean to the person reading it? And the story behind it all being, so there's something going on, so we need to investigate. And obviously it's the whole rhetoric of, something bad is happening, we need to investigate, and screw privacy for the sake of safety. I remember at some points, for example, I remembered I could have gotten Nina arrested if I gave them information, which was quite obvious, but I don't remember her dying. I thought she could get away, but I guess maybe not, because me marking her as potentially dangerous only comes into play because they caught the bus she was on. How did they catch that bus though? Or did they only have roadblocks because I marked her as potentially dangerous and they did like high stake persecution? I don't know. So to recap what happened in the story. Goldfeld was working on Orwell because he tried to make it as ethically as possible. But he felt that he had failed. Also, he died before he could. I think he quit because he was in the process of dying and he was using basically his last energy to try and get something good out, but he didn't feel he managed to. At the same time, he had founded Thought and discussed his ideas with some students. They started out as a debate club, but then they started to do demonstrations, which Juliet organized. Nina organized one as well. To get to the bombings, so Goldfeld was dead already, and he had confessed everything to Nina. So Nina knew about the system, and Nina wanted to stop it. So she thought that she needs to set some bombs. No, I'm relatively sure that I knew that she didn't want to hurt anybody with those because she said so. She did that by telling Nina that she's Goldfeld and setting her up to do the bombs at the same locations where they made the demonstrations. So I don't know why they put that link to she put that link to Thought in there. She sent Cassandra on her way to move around on Freedom Plaza, which is a super dick move to do to your friend, if I understand correctly. Maybe she was really just saying, oh, but it's shorter. But maybe she was, trying to have... No. It's not just because it's shorter. Wait. In one of the mails she said, I will create a distraction. And it must have been Cassandra. I wonder... We also read a couple of times how Cassandra and Juliet met. So I wonder whether she made them meet at a certain point so that she knew that Cassandra walked over there. So she really thought it all through. And then in a phone call she told me, you need to incriminate yourself because if you do, they need to prosecute you. And if they do, then they need to reveal that there's a person outside of the nation that is spying on people inside of the nation, which is illegal. The other option I could have had, I could have incriminated, I think there's 3 major endings. I could have incriminated myself, which is what we just saw, which brings down the system. I could have incriminated Delacroix, who basically set up the system, which might have terminated her role in this, but not the role of Orwell overall. Or I could have incriminated Thought. I could have incriminated Juliet, and I could have incriminated the hacker. What's the hacker called? I already forgot. I could have incriminated those people. I could have pushed it on Thought. That would have meant that Orwell consists. Delacroix is still in charge there. The system is on. And well, Thought is behind bars. So well, this is Orwell. There is a season 2, Ignorance is Strength. I started that, but it somehow didn't impress me as much as the first one, which is why I never really finished it. I might pick it up at some point. I might not. Let me just try something for a second. Okay, so we are back. Yes, what I did was I went through the whole sequence again because I can restart a chapter, which I only just learned, which means that maybe the shitty audio that you had before would not have been necessary. But you're here. You are here now, which meant you got through it. Because I really want to find out what happens if I if I incriminate Catherine Delacroix. So we have to go back to the pages where I learned stuff about her. Oh, that's while she was young. Why am I a target person? Alright, it was fun while it lasted. Don't you dare extract anything else on me. You would not want to be assessed as a traitor, would you? She's a member of the party. I've been that for a long time. Time during which I learned to deal with unpleasantries. Yeah. Study criminal law. This is all nice and good, but I warned you, now you'll face consequences. Goodbye, investigator. Soon you'll find yourself wishing you had listened to my warnings. Okay, I need to find dirt on there, so... Accept granted position of the... Oh, wait. Is it in this? Goldfeld's worked on it, we knew that already, but not in this timeline. Shout loud at me, yes. But now I need to... Oops. These are all the notes about how he worked there, how he felt out of place, how he tried to do things. Oops, there was something there. There's something on me? No. There's nothing in here either. Or in the trash. Where can I find more information on Delacroix? Invented a safety bill? First Secretary of Security? Oh, there, one related document. Welcome, Miss Delacroix. There is one request awaiting you. Investigation to inauguration of Bonton Panoption. National Beholder, negotiations triplet renewed. A. Robertson has announced vacation of her office due to personal reasons. Hilbury Mayor Malison discussed for possible Prime Minister candidate, sitting of Parliament, lunch with him, with N6 security. I don't know who that is. Sitting of Parliament. Personal phone! There we go. I thought we had a personal phone. Oh, here. Contacts. Nothing in her I would have assumed she had more contacts. Hey, Mom. She has a son. Hey, Frank. Can you lend me your car for tonight? Want to get around with the boys? Francis, you know it doesn't work that way. Please? The car is well known to be ours. It's way too dangerous. Nothing ever happens to why do you think something will happen to me? Because I have people watching me and you don't. You're paranoid, nothing's ever going to happen, this crazy politics doesn't mean your car. Francis, no means no, period. You're at school. Yeah, why? Is everything normal there? Yeah, good, don't leave. We're going to send someone to fetch you at 3. Why? What's going on? You okay? Yes, don't worry. Oh, that was right now. Getting out late today, swapped at work. Okay, Cat, I'll pick up F from the sports end. She asked George about the leakage. She's gonna fix it. She's in a relationship. Anything unusual at work? No, why? You worried because of that poor Gov guy you knew? No. Is it real what they say? Let's not talk, not about this, not here. So this is your number, you piece of filth. Leave the nation and its glorious people alone with the poison you spread. Catherine, up for a quick call? In a moment. Triple is going to fuck us up if we don't calm the situation now. Heading there. Need you to hold ground, we must go over the details, Mita. Alright. Well done with bombings. Probably don't have to tell you how important it was that you contained this. Now make sure there are no more interference and will prefer proceedings for a relation of Orwell. Thanks, Robert. One-time bombings have been a real blessing. But this will make all the more tolerable, desirable even, yes, if nothing goes wrong. In the meantime, I keep switching Khazard. Guy is such a nuisance. What the actual hell? Do we have a fucking leak? Khazard will crush me. I control the leak to Team B, don't worry, I know what I'm doing. You better. But regardless of what the Team B reports, I can confirm everything is under control. I know obviously Orwell personal. No troubles will be. Is that it? Delacroix announces resignation due to revelations against her. Government announces immediate termination of Orwell, so it also ends in termination of Orwell. I listened to the song! That's the song that I talked about. It's very faint. Investigator tagged with activist group wanted for immediate arrest. Whether their home country will comply to the extradition request remains to be seen. So this actually put me in trouble. There's insider information. So this ending puts me in trouble because I continued working for... I did what I was supposed to do, which was find information on target persons, and in this setting, Delacroix was a target person, so it was proper of me to find information. Interesting. So I'm not gonna do the third end because I don't want to incriminate thought. I felt like these two were possibly the good ending, so I wanted to show them. And that's the game. I hope you liked it. I love it. I love dystopian settings. Actually, I might have some more dystopian games. I definitely have some on my wish list. But I have this detective style game to come out next which I really want to try out, so I'll do that first. Maybe I'll do Orwell 2 at some point. Maybe I'll do the other dystopian games. I mean, there's a million dystopian games because it's an interesting, topic. But thank you so much for riding along. Thank you so much for getting through the video or skipping the shitty video. I will try to do better in the future, but I am just learning, and I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to do and to grow, and I managed to fix it after all. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello everybody, this is trouble on